Everybody. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays for this Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today. Transition Army, I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So, welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have missed you guys. Man, this is your home. This is my home. This is your home too. I missed you guys. You know, we didn't do a show last week. And it broke a streak. It broke a streak. I'll talk a little bit about that, but it broke a streak there. But I'm happy to be here today with you guys on Transition Tuesdays, and I'm happy you're here. So I want to give you guys an applause for being here. Man, oh man, so happy to see you guys again. So happy to see you guys again. Wow, like I mentioned, there was a streak that was ended. I was able to do for the past 5 years a show every Tuesday for the past 5 years. The streak was broken last week, so we got to start a new streak, and we start that today. So I'm glad you're here, though. Absolutely, I'm so glad you're here today. And also, guys, before I'll be remiss if I didn't give some birthday shout outs or belated birthday shout outs. Happy belated birthday to my daughter, my oldest daughter, Taya. She turned 21 last week. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy belated birthday to you, sweetheart. She had a good time with her birthday. Happy belated birthday to Pam out there. Happy belated birthday to you, Pam. And happy birthday today to Miss OD in Rockville, Maryland. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to those past participants, and happy birthday to Miss OD today. So happy birthday. Got to get those birthday shout outs. Celebrate. Celebrate, guys. Celebrate your existence. Celebrate it. Man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, before we start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transitions. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesday. And again, I'll be remiss again if I didn't mention, there's millions of people being evacuated from the Florida area, the Tampa area. I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they evacuated, they got out of there. People are trying to evacuate. I know Cuba, some places in Cuba got hit hard by Hurricane Ian. So that's coming. So I'm sending out prayers and well wishes and positive energy out to those people who might be experiencing those floodings and the hurricane and the remnants of it, which can be the flash floodings. So that's the thing that really gets it, is the flash flooding. So sending out some prayers, some positive energy out to those people who have evacuated, made it safely to their destination. So hopefully everything will be okay. That'd be great, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, let's talk about what I posted about. I want to talk to you about, and I want to get some insight from people who might be watching today. Want to get some insight about the Ime Udoka scandal that's going on with himself, Neil Long, and the Boston Celtics. Want to talk to you about that. Man, that is some tough stuff, man. Some tough stuff going around here. And, I just wanted to read a couple of things. And, man, so it says, it's been an ugly 48 hours for Celtic head coach Ime Udoka, but new details are making matters even worse. If you can imagine that, if you haven't heard the salacious, I'm going to say salacious details about what's going on with this coach. So, not only did Udoka have a relationship outside of his marriage, but with a Celtic staffer, but the woman in question also handled travel arrangements for his soon-to-be wife, or I think they were engaged, Nia Long, the actress. Everybody knows who Nia Long is. Nia Long, okay. Boys in the Hood. You remember her? She was in there. She was in Friday. Man, Big Mama's House. You guys remember that? Big Mama's House. What else Nia Long was in? Oh, she was the star in The Fresh Prince. Remember, she was Will Smith's girlfriend in The Fresh Prince. Right? People made songs about Nia Long. Oh, that Uchiwali. You remember my man Horse? He dropped that line. Nia Long with the cherry thong on. Nia Long. I think what's the guy? J. Cole even mentioned reference Nia Long. Nia Long is an icon, a beautiful queen out here. An actress well over 30, probably 30 plus years. 3 decades in the business. This is Nia Long. This is the queen Nia Long that this is happening to. And we want to talk about that as well. So according to well-placed sources, and I got some sources too I want to share with you guys too. So according to some well-placed sources, even after the affair was discovered by the Celtics, a female staffer continued to work with Nia Long on her move to Boston. So picture this. This person who was having this affair with Nia Long's fiance continued to help her with her affairs to come to Boston. Oh my God. Nia Long did not learn about the affair until the disciplinary actions by the franchise was made public. So she had no idea. She was left in the dark with all this. Totally left in the dark. So the affair was discovered by a staffer's husband. After overhearing a conversation in their home doorbell camera. So this is how the staffer's husband heard about this. So Udoka has been suspended for the entire 2022-2023 season for violating team policy. So the team policy is, I guess you can't fraternize with anybody in the organization. I mean, this is set up in a lot of organizations, be it sports or be it business or what have you. A lot of times you can't do that. So this must be public policy. And I'm sure everybody is aware of that public policy. And I want to read you guys, because I have some sources too who really summed up everything, really gave me the skinny on what's going on. So it was told that Udoka was told last year. Okay, now keep in mind, Udoka only been with the Celtics 1 year. That's it. But he was told last year to stop sleeping with both people. And one of the ladies who was the VP of finances, the person who was signing Udoka's checks. Whoa. Yikes. Man. So this is crazy. This is out of left. I mean, this is really crazy. This is like really scandalous, And he didn't I heard it, it was consensual, both places. It's consensual. But a lot of people have opinions on it. And the question I had was, does Udoka deserve to be fired? I mean, suspended. Right now he's suspended. He's not even fired. But does he deserve to be suspended? Or eventually it's going to have to happen. I mean, they can't ride this storm here. He's going to have to be fired and let go. So does he deserve to be that? Does that deserve to happen? I was looking at many social media outlets. I saw that people bringing up Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson, how they dated a long time in the Laker organization. Maybe they don't have a policy like that. I don't know. In some businesses, maybe some businesses that you might be a part of, this is prevalent. You can do this. In some businesses, you cannot. But does he deserve to be suspended? And eventually, he will be fired. Does he deserve this? Does that deserve to happen? Well, that's the question. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as you know, this type of stuff happens happens on a regular basis. maybe people don't really, you know, they keep it on the down on the low, but this happens all the time in different organizations, different workplaces, happens all the time. But I have many questions in this deal. Like, why don't the Celtics why don't they just cut their ties with this coach, with this, you know? It seemed like they got ahead of the story. They knew it because they had an investigation. They actually investigated this. Remember, they told them a year ago, you gotta stop this conduct. And Udoka only been there with the Celtics for a year. They went to the NBA Finals last year. This is a big blow for the Boston Celtics in terms of the organization, in terms of the team. I mean, I saw Jason Tatum talking about how he was totally shocked. I would imagine these players are totally shocked. Or I'll flip it. Or these players know. Come on. These players know what's going on. They know what's going on amongst themselves in terms of activity like that. And I'm sure as hell they knew what was going on with Coach. They know. They knew. They had to know. Again, if they told them a year in advance, you got to stop this, these players know. They probably shocked that he I guess he got caught about it. But, man, I don't know. But why are the Celtics continuing to hold on to this coach? I mean, he's a talented coach. And as we all know, if you get in some trouble and you're talented, you keep your nose clean, you get another chance. So it's not like Udoka. It's not like he's not gonna get another job if he's gonna be released by the Celtics. He'll get another job. Just got to keep his nose clean, And he'll get another job because talented people. That's just the way of the world out there, guys. Talented people will get a second chance. We got my guy, the man, the voice of the Jaspers Men and Feet, the men's and women's basketball team. This guy's on ESPN. This guy's everywhere. This guy's everywhere. This is my guy. Smooth is on the check-in. What's going on, Uncle Smoothie? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Man, so Sally, I don't know. Why don't the Celtics just cut the guy loose? Just cut their losses. Because this is a major loss. This scandal's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. You got this new interim coach as well. Well, they're going to wait and see how this goes, and let's say if they're losing, then they're gonna pick up the story. I mean, I don't understand why they hold on to this guy. Shoot, it could be even more stuff coming down the pike. I don't know. Who knows? But why don't they just cut their losses? I don't get it. And he didn't commit a crime here, even in some the public opinion he committed a crime. Ethically he committed a crime. Because again, I mean, what does that leave with him and the guy that's Nia Long? I mean, are they going to continue to be a couple? I mean, that's none of our business, obviously, But what happens between them? I mean, they have a young son. They were engaged to be married. What happens here? Man, Coach, I don't know. I have to ask you. Only you can answer this question. Was it worth it? When it's all said and done, were your actions worth it? I mean, I'm sure you knew what was in place with the agency, with the Boston Celtics. You can't date or anybody, the people in the organization, and man, and I'm sure he knew it. I'm sure he was aware of it. And two ladies, both married. Oh man, that's just wow. Then Nia Long gets it blindside. I know. I feel for Nia Long. I know how it is. With the. Sure, I just keep it real with you. I know how it is with the cheating of a spouse. It can devastate. It's devastating, and it can cause to the end of a family unit. These things can happen. I saw Nia Long. She posted, privacy for the family. And I think even Udoka, he even talked about having privacy, apologizing for his actions, which he should have done, which he has done. So that's good. Apologizing. But where does that leave? Where does that leave you? Where does that leave these guys? Where does it leave the Celtics? Where does it leave the players? Where does it leave? People's lives are affected by the actions. Chris says he put himself in a tough position. He is to blame. He is the blame. Yep. Can't argue with that, Smooth. Smooth also says the Celtics are covering their own backs. They do not want anyone else to pick him up this season. That's a good point too, Smooth. But, I guess everybody's locked and loaded with their coaching profession. So, I don't know. I don't know if anybody will pick him up like that. Who knows? We got Keisha joining us from the D. What up, cuz? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays on the check-in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Smooth. Man, yeah, but hey, you gotta cut the guy loose eventually. Eventually, gonna have to do that. Whether they're gonna suspend them for a year, they can't do that. Come on, you can't save face like that. You gotta cut the guy loose. He's a talented guy. He's gonna get employment elsewhere. That, again, keep your nose clean. You have a chance. You will have a chance. Definitely will. Definitely will have a chance out there. Yeah. So this is and I believe this is an ongoing process. I think there's going to be even more in store, more even said about this. From my sources, I got this little piece. From reliable sources too, very reliable sources. And I got this information from, how he was warned a year ago. Man. It just doesn't look good, Yeah, you gotta do some damage control. Definitely damage control out there, And man, so sex in the workplace, man. Sex in the workplace. It happens more than what's being said or what have you. It happens, but I just want to know, like, are there any benefits? Like, people out there, let's keep it real out there, Transition Army. Isn't anybody out there who been involved with sex in the workplace? Were there any benefits for doing that? We got Keisha said the Celtics are definitely going to keep him. Why you say that, Keisha? How can they keep him? They can't keep him under this scrutiny. They can't do that, Keisha. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think, Keisha, when he is released, I think your Detroit Pistons should pick him up, but they already got a coach there. But hey, I don't know. But I can't see that circus, them keeping him, and especially if they're let's say if they lose. Well, I guess either or, winning or losing. Yeah, he can't stay there. He can't survive that. It'd be too much scrutiny. Chris says, I believe the C's will keep him. I agree with Cuz. No, how do you guys think that they cannot keep the guy? What, are they gonna keep him on ice for a year? For punishment? Come on, you can't do that. I don't see that, guys. It will be highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. I wouldn't be surprised if he's let go before the season starts. You got another month before the season starts. I mean, they just had media day. So this has just come about. I will be shocked if he stays with the C's. You can't keep a guy like that on ice. You can't do that. That'd be a public nightmare. A PR nightmare if you do that. So, Cuz, don't agree. Smooth, don't agree. We should have a little gentleman. We have a little wager. So, Cuz, Keisha, Smooth, let's have a little wager. Okay? Let's have a little wager here. If the Celtics keep Udoka, I owe you guys $1 each. Let's do $1. We'll do $1 bet, or maybe you guys can come up with something more interesting. But I'm willing to bet. I want to put money on this. Smooth says the sports world is very forgiving. Yes, it is very forgiving, Smooth. It is very forgiving. We saw what happened, aka, back in the day with Kobe Bryant. We saw what happened there. You make your mea culpa. You keep your nose clean. All will be forgiven. In the sports world, but will all be forgiven in households, aka me alone. We're gonna see what goes on there. But yeah, we're a very forgiving society, especially if you give your apologies, you give that mea culpa up, and you just stay clean. This is true. And with that being said, Smooth, it is very forgiving. That's why he will get another job elsewhere, and it will not be with the Celtics. So you're right on that, Smooth. Very forgiving, no doubt about that. So, but I propose the question. Like, do you guys know of any stories like has there ever been like a silver lining with like sex in the workplace for people? Do you know of anybody who's got married, by being an item in the workplace? And has that ever happened, or have there any other benefits? I guess besides sex, I guess. But have there been any benefits to having a romance in the workplace? Any benefits? I don't know. Smooth says, keep your money. Oh my God. Smooth says the Celtics don't care about Nia. Well, yeah. I mean, Smoothie. I mean, it's not their job to really care about the feelings of Nia Long. I mean, come on. I mean, this guy's employed as a basketball coach. It's not about the feelings of Nia Long at this. Unfortunately, but. Leah says, what's going on, Leah? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, the engine. Leah says, it's obvious Nia Long isn't a factor in the sports world. What do you mean by that? On that, Leah, what do you mean by that Nia Long isn't a factor in the sports world? Do you mean like maybe that's the reason why he's not fired, or why he's staying on? I don't know. Expand on that for me, Leah, if you can, okay? But, yeah, I mean, their allegiance is to the Celtics. Their allegiance, they have a contract with the coach and not the wife. Even though what was going down, I mean, Nia Long was done dirty in this case, especially by that one staffer who was, handling her travel arrangements to Boston. So she didn't even get there, and she just was going about her daily deal with Nia Long. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yep. I said I mentioned Nia Long, Russ. I did. I did mention her. I did, but yeah, she's not a factor in the sports world, yeah, because she's not a sports person. She is a public figure. She's an actress, But again, the Celtics don't have allegiance to Nia Long. Celtics have allegiance to their coach. It's unfortunate what happened to Nia Long. Obviously, it's unfortunate, as a couple, and this playing out in the public, in the public's persona like it is. It's unfortunate for Nia Long, but yeah, the Celtics, they don't have any alliance to a Nia Long. Not this basketball. This ain't about no movie. Meaning they don't care. Yes. Right, correct. Just like the Smooth say, yep, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Yep, they want to. I guess like any organization would have, you got to save face, and again, like I say, you save face. If you want to, it seems like they got in front of the story. So if you want to put this story to rest and to bed, you got to get rid of the coach. You gotta get rid of him. You got to cut bait. You got to do it. That's how that is. You got to do it. It ain't this story will not go away if he's still there. It has an opportunity to go away if you cut ties with this coaches. He keeps his nose clean. He'll be remorseful, what have you. He gets another job. Do you on to the next story? Just like this story, you had Brett Favre. And people don't even talk about the Brett Favre situation. This guy took millions of money, millions of dollars. Was it like 17 million or something like that? Might have been even more in Mississippi from welfare recipients to build a gym, volleyball gym on his campus, the campus he went to, Southern Miss, for his daughter's volleyball team. Are you crazy? Sure. I heard Shannon Sharp said he made a good point. Man, if that was T.O. and he did that, shoot, his bust would be removed from the Hall of Fame. You crazy? Absolutely nuts. But as we move on to the next stories, the next thing. Again, guys like Udoka, Udoka to keep his nose clean, you have a shot. On to the next story. You know, Adam Levine, the singer, right? You heard that? You heard the story he was talking about? This guy was apparently, you know, he's married, what have you, but he was dating a model, and apparently I think his wife is about to have a child. He wants to name the child after the girl he dated. What are we doing? This is crazy. This is nuts. But again, it's the next story, the next cycle. If you can survive these cycles and keep your nose clean, we go to the next story. But if you continue to keep this guy in your organization, this story will continue to pop up. What's going on with that? Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Some people have responded. 1 second. Hold on. Chris says no. Once the smoke clears, they bring him back. The NBA is about winning championships. I believe he will be consulting the team this season. Consulting in what in what capacity, Smooth? Coaching? Nah, you gotta let sleeping dogs lie. You crazy? They can't have him on as a consultant. The story will still be out there. Can't do it, Smooth. Can't survive that. Can't do it. Totally disagree. Cannot do that when the smoke clears. If he continues to be there as a consultant to the team, the smoke won't clear. The fire will still be lingering. And I don't think they want that smoke. Speaking of fire, I don't think they want that smoke. They definitely do not want that smoke. So I don't know. We got to stay tuned. And I think there's probably more in store for this story. This story is not ending because, again, he's still around. He's just suspended for 1 year. But again, I ask you guys, you know, this is prevalent in a lot of organizations. People do have sex in the workplace. People do it on the low, what have you sometimes. But I just want to know, are there any benefits to doing this? Besides the sex, obviously. But are there any benefits? Do you guys know of anybody? Could it be you or what have you? Okay, I'm not here to judge anybody. Shoot, I can't judge anybody, nor will I do that. Okay? But any marriage story? Does anybody that you know might have got married because of a romance like that? You know? I don't know. Smooth says they don't have to tell us he is consulting the team. Remember, he just led them to a chip. Nah, hold on, Smooth. He led them to an Eastern Finals championship, but he didn't lead them to a chip. He didn't lead them to the NBA Finals. He led them to the NBA Finals, but they didn't win it. So, you know, yeah. I don't think they're gonna say in capacity as a consultant. You know, they can say whatever. You know, but again, if he's still around the organization, whatever capacity, manager, video coordinator, what else? Ticket agent, whatever time you're gonna give them on a consultant basis, the story will still be around. The story will still be lingering, and it's not gonna be good for the Celtics. It's not gonna be good for the players. It's not gonna be fair to that coach. The guy's the youngest coach in the NBA now. He's like 34 years old now. The new guy they got. Nah, they got to start at a clean slate. Got to do it. So, I don't see it happening. So, you know, Udoka, I don't know, man. I guess that's the question you got to ask yourself. You know, I can't answer it. You can. Only you can answer it. Was all of that, what went down, was it worth it? Was it worth it? I don't know. I just don't know. Whew. I don't know. But I'm not judging. I'm in no position to judge. No way. This is a judge-free zone here on Transition Tuesdays. You guys know that. Judge-free zone. But was it worth it? Man. So we got, what's going on? My man Derek Twin in the building. What's going on, D? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. My man Derek says, the new coach is a Brad Stevens guy. He's not giving the spot back. Could be. Yep. Brad Stevens bumped up to the front office now. Yep, disciple of this guy. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna, give it. And God forbid this guy wins some games. How about if he takes them to the NBA Finals? You think Udoka's gonna be coming back? No. Good point there, D. Good point. Chris also says they are not going to pay him to do nothing. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is he suspended without pay? I don't know. I just heard that he's suspended. So I don't know. I'm assuming he's suspended with pay, I guess, by breaking the policies of the Celtics. But yeah, they might not have a choice, Moo. Well, if they're gonna suspend him to do nothing, just let him go then. Then you're good. Have a little severance pay, little buyout stuff, behind the scenes stuff. That stuff go down all the time. So who knows? But again, I will say, and I stand by this, you keep them in the organization, that smoke still continues to linger, and nothing good will come for the Boston Celtics for this year, for this year's team. Because they have a very good team this year. Very good team. Very, very good team. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. All right? Let's get to my theme music here. Hold on. See what we got here. Yes. Here we go. Ha. Alrighty. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, thank you for watching Transition Tuesdays. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can watch this show and past shows on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. So check that out, please. And also, when you're on the channel, please like and subscribe before you leave there. I would greatly appreciate that. If you haven't been following me, you can follow me on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. Okay? You follow me, and I follow you right back. That's the way it goes down. Okay? I want to talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor for the show is Sweet Candy Cafe. Okay? And Sweet Candy Cafe is the home of Southern Sweetness, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. So after the show, we're almost done, guys. Almost done. I'm going to get you out of here soon. But after the show, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com and order your confectionery goodies. All right, make sure you do that. Okay? And we got to support small businesses. In this business, Sweet Candy Cafe is celebrating 10 years in November. A decade of excellence. And shout out to Felicia as well. I know she just lost her dad, and my condolences goes out to the Evans Long's family. For losing your dad, Felicia. Our hearts are praying for you too as well. So our condolences to you here on Transition Tuesdays. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in party, happy transitioning. We'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless.